I'm starting my day in Project Vandal Face. That means I'm going to pick a car up. But why? That's all done last week, is go and collect cars. Now I am properly at capacity. Why would we be going to collect another one? Oh, it's not a car for me. It'll just be going in the yard. Hey, hang on a minute. No, I'm already at capacity and I'm going to get another car for somebody else. How many cars have I got in the yard that aren't even mine at the moment anyway? This might look a bit confusing. Is this turning into a VAG group yard? That wasn't me, I don't do that. That's a number symbol. Some people call it hashtag, but it means number to me. I didn't come down to work today just to move around a Seat and drive a Metro on the back of my truck. No, I'm going to crack on and do some work with this Benny. So the first time in weeks I've been doing some actual work where I get my hands dirty. Not to say that picking things up and moving things around and selling things isn't work, but this is proper work, isn't it? Well, I've fitted an alternator belt and got my socket stuck on the tensioner because my usual 12-sided aviation spanner wasn't really gripping that well enough. Next job is to put the coolant in, and it's just as well I look down here because I need to put that in the correct place because that'll just fall off. Oh yeah, it will, most definitely. I believe now it's time to switch the car on, run it up to temperature and bleed the coolant. Not bleed the coolant dry, just bleed it. Oh, what? Engine on, heater on, and let it warm up basically. Why we'll bleed this system is to have the front end ever so slightly up, engine running of course, heating on, blowing out the should be hot air by now, but it's still not quite. Keep topping up the expansion tank, and then once it gets to temperature, then you do the bleed nipple thing, the bleed thingy, undo it, try not to... Oh, the alarm again! That's not what I'm after. Back to this. Will I get it done this time? It's gone and cooled down now, hasn't it? Because I had to go off out. That'd look good on there, wouldn't it? Just starting to heat up now. Still quite a way to go though. It's not warming up quite as quickly as some, and that's not quite as warm as some. You
had all day to do a bloody video. I didn't get it till tea time.
It's not your fault then, is it? On the back of Transit Face is Jake's Rover 100. Some people would call it a Metro because it's based on the Metro. And the coolest thing about it is that you can drive it on the truck and kind of forget it's there because it's so light. In fact, if I just do a little acceleration test here, I'm doing speedo says 30, it's not. Can you feel that? It actually picks up, doesn't it?
Remarkable.
Almost quickly as your Rover 75 does. That's how light
Don't
it is.
even go there. Do not go down the route of comparing my Rover 75 to this bloody Transit again.
I know that, lady.
Doing it once was bad enough.
I know that, man.
Well, you didn't live here. Tell you what, next Monday you come to my house and see how many people you know.
Yeah. As long as there's one, I'm not going to be too worried. I don't come to your place to see how many people I know. I mean, that'd be really weird, wouldn't it?
Which Kingsway?
This Kingsway here is the road called Kingsway.
Isn't that treason, technically?
No, not the police are
Entering
there.
Kingsway. I'm sure you
Can you imagine just distracting me just to say something like that? It's quite astonishing, really.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It was not a compliment.
Nothing ever is.
Not from me, it's not going. Mind you, I did enjoy your kebab.
Once a week, whether I need it or not.
You don't need
Excellent.
it. Of all the things you could do once a week that you don't need, why choose that? Why not go for an enema or something like that?
Well, because I've always thought that with friends like you, who needs enemas?
That sounded a bit like you had that one prepared.
I didn't. I so didn't. I can do improvisation. Did you know that guy?
No. What do you reckon? I don't really know people who do that kind of thing.
Right.
It was one of those instances where Nigel's horn does come in handy.
Yes.
Because that would have frightened him more than getting run over.
And that would have been extremely amusing.
And extremely appropriate.
Indeed.
And extremely well deserved.
But did I tell you I bought some new underpants?
You did actually, yeah. Oh no, you didn't. No.
I did, didn't I, yesterday?
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
He was doing an awful lot of conversation about your underpants and how you got.
Would you like a 24-hour review?
Yeah, I would actually. Why not?
They're extremely comfortable and I'm delighted with them.
Does that mean you're wearing them now?
Absolutely.
Right.
Have you ever stolen a traffic cone?
Oh, do you know what? That's the kind of question I quite like to answer. Did it annoy them?
I didn't see it,
Right.
but I'm now vicariously annoyed on your behalf.
Vicariously?
Yeah.
Right. I thought you said precariously then.
No, vicariously.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
vicariously.
Yeah, I was going to say, why would you be precariously annoyed?
It's a completely different sort of word altogether.
Yeah.
You missed the cue.
Altogether.
You were supposed to say it's a completely different type of word. Is that a nice man or not a nice man?
Well, he waved back, so why not?
No, he didn't.
Well, he nodded.
You're deceiving your public. He didn't wave at all. I was watching.
No, he didn't wave, he nodded. Which is the same kind of thing.
It's
Nodding is waving for people who don't want to take their hands out of their pockets. It's
Or it
the
could
same
be,
thing.
No, it could be a nervous tick. Nobody waves as a nervous tick, but lots of people nod as a nervous tick. He could be checking his chins.
Checking his chins?
Yeah.
What, for mollusks?
No, it's just, you do the nodding motion to move your chin downwards to see how many you've got. And whether you've got one more than yesterday.
Well, you do that whilst walking to the newsagents, do you?
Well, what else are you going to do while walking to the newsagents? Look at random cars on random trucks.
That's what he was doing.
Driven by people with randomly hairy legs.
He was giving me eye contact, so I waved at him. What do you expect me to do?
It just chills out.
It chills out.
Yeah, just relaxes. Oh, I do like a Mercure hotel. My favourite hotel in the world is a Mercure. That's interesting, isn't it?
Not as interesting as a phone relaxing. Well, my phone's just relaxing.
Well,
What do you want?
oh, a canal.
Yeah, there's a canal down there.
Oh, that's nice.
Canals are nice,
I do like it,
especially if you don't mind a bit of dirty water. Have you ever been in the canal?
What, you mean actually in it?
Yeah, I mean like immersed in it.
No.
So you've got to 51 years age and no one's pushed you in a canal yet.
Amazingly not, no.
That is astonishing.
No. They would want to push me somewhere where I had a more than reasonable chance of drowning.
No. Because the canal's not deep, which means that...
That was my point.
Yeah, the point is that it can push you into the canal, it can annoy you, it can make you miserable, it can make you wet, it can give you diseases, and then the next day, it can push you back in it again. And double the chances.
basically just enjoy, not the torture, but the bullying of pushing Boaty into a canal.
You're saying you couldn't kill somebody with a banana?
It'd be very difficult.
What about if it was a really big banana and you froze it so that it was solid and then pushed it up their bottom and wiggled it about and
That lady's got nice hair.
up? Oh, I missed it. I'm still 1-0 up after yesterday.
Hang on, what are we talking about now?
Because I got a wave and a hello from those people yesterday. That doesn't count either.
What people?
The people outside Craig's place. When I shouted at them and they said good afternoon.
Oh, yeah, because they were walking by and they were looking and you was the only person that was polite enough to say good afternoon or something.
Yes. I'm like that.
Well, yeah, I suppose you are.
What about if you repeated